Hello, magical people. How's everybody doing out there? My name's Meg Moonbeam, and welcome back to the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. Happy to share with you all the daily Astro Show for today, Monday, August 4th, going into Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. And going to be a very interesting week ahead and next couple days for sure. So, going to be sharing the Western astrological horoscope with you all. And let me know how everybody's feeling in the comments. I'm seeing a few of you guys saying, Star Lily is saying, hi, Meg, heavy energies today. Anyone else feeling it? I feel very sluggish and unmotivated. Star Lily, yes, 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 can definitely resonate with what you're saying. Charlene, I'm feeling tired and depressed last 2 days. Well, Charlene, sending lots of love and support your way. Oh my gosh. Meridiana says, I was yesterday spiritually attacked, just did an egg cleansing. Oh my God. Jenny, some unpleasant dreams. Okay, a lot of us are going through it. A lot of you guys saying some strange, weird energies. Yes. We got a lot going on, you guys. And I shared in Friday's Daily Astro, gave you guys a little bit of a warning that this week ahead, it is going to be some intense territory. I'm going to break that a bit down today and all the videos for the rest of the week that I'll be sharing with you guys. We got a lot going on. Okay, so before we get into it, hi, Carol. Nice to see you. Before we get into it, you can, if you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, you can go check those out at consultations.beyondmystic.net. The link is in the description box below. And also over at ascensionorganites.com, there's new Beyond Mystic and Sending Ravens special edition t-shirts available. Very cool. You can use code Beyond Mystic to get 10% off. So, okay, there's a lot going on. I personally feel like, yes, we've got the Western astrology, which there's very intense, historical, once-in-a-lifetime things going on that I've been breaking down, that I'm going to continue to break down. But also what we've got going on right now, I actually wasn't planning on bringing this up, but I just kind of channel the energy, so I guess we're going there right now. You guys, and I'm not going to stop talking about this. This is a really big deal. We're now dealing with this 3-eye atlas interstellar object that is in our solar system. Okay. Discovered supposedly July 1st, 2025. So a month ago. This is now within our solar system. I'm going to do a whole separate video on this, so stay tuned, and I'm going to continue to talk about this. It is said to be between 7 to 13 miles. We don't know how big exactly it is, but my point is, and I won't go too into 3-eye atlas in this video. I'll talk about it more coming up. We have an interstellar object that has come directly from the direction of galactic center, the heart of our Milky Way galaxy, coming towards Earth. It's going to almost hit Mars. It's going to almost hit Venus. It's going to almost hit Earth. It's going to almost hit Jupiter again on its way out of our solar system. I am personally not feeling this as a negative thing. I think this is something having to do with our star family. I think more about this is going to be revealed in the times ahead. This is affecting us energetically. So I'm seeing a lot of, even more of you guys saying the energy is weird. I'm having anxiety. Okay. Before we even get into the Western astrology, we have 3-eye atlas within our solar system, going through the orbits of our sacred planets that affect us with the astrology, as above, as below. As above, so below, as the saying goes. When we get into, I hope I'm remembering this right, I think it's, what's the day? I might be wrong about this. Let me double check this before I ask. What day will Jupiter enter? What am I talking about? What day will Mercury retrograde, you guys? 3-eye atlas enter Mars orbit. I think it's October 19th. I might be wrong. Let me double check. Oh, October 29th, right before my birthday. Oh, snaps. Okay. Anyways, whatever the day, I'll double check you guys and I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Anyways, this is heading towards now our inner planets. We are going through major ascension symptoms right now. Thank you so much for the super chat, Noni Abidness. I really appreciate that. We are going through ascension symptoms of not only what's going on with the sun, of not only if there's solar flares. I haven't really been paying attention to that the past week. If anybody knows more about that, please let me know in the live chat. Not only us entering the age of Aquarius, we're in the photon belt. We've got kick-ass astrology right now with the outer planets. We've now got this interstellar object where we are going through a huge detox, huge upgrades, where it is normal if you're feeling tired and you need more rest. It is normal if you are having anxiety or weird feelings in your body. A lot of these are ascension symptoms. Okay, so that's first and foremost. And this is hurling towards us. It's going what, like 130 kilometers a day or something like that? Something crazy like that. On top of that, with 3i Atlas coming towards us and already working with us energetically as it's crossed through Jupiter's orbit, it's in our solar system. We're starting off the week with, we're still in Leo season. Okay, we got the moon in Sagittarius. Yay! Today going into tomorrow. So nice moon in Sagittarius. But this is, okay, we got heavy stuff going on this week. You guys know I always like to keep it real. Okay, so even though there's no exact aspects today or tomorrow in the Western astrology, we're moving towards full moon in Aquarius, which is going to be exact on August 9th. What day of the week is that? That is Saturday, August 9th. So we will be within the full moon portal on Wednesday, August 6th, 3 days before. And we're in a Mars opposite Saturn right now, which is exact on Friday. Challenging aspects. Mars opposite Neptune on the day of the full moon. So there's really nice things going on, but with these adverse aspects, with Mars in opposition to Saturn and Neptune this week, this is ascension symptoms. In particular, we're feeling in our physical body. Mars has a lot to do with our physical body. We're having maybe some power struggles, anger, frustration coming up, noticing where maybe we've given our power away. I'm hearing Spirit say, like, this is a very powerful time at the beginning of this week and throughout the whole week where you can be having liberating insights regarding relationships, your life in general, your self-sovereignty, your independence. So please pay attention to what you guys are receiving through signs, synchronicities, your own personal feelings, your dream time. Okay. Carol says, my sensory system are feeling the same way, Meg, an incredibly upgrading experience. The only way to upgrade human consciousness is through the energetics. And Carol also says, feeling the same thing. Sometimes heaviness is positive energy. Our bodies are unfamiliar with it. So it's going to take time for familiarity of understanding, wisdom, and gratitude. I totally agree, Carol. Crypto One says, Meg, definitely frustration today. Yeah. So this is we're starting off the week and going into the whole week. And we're starting off the week. Mars is a 3-degree orb. It's only a 3-degree orb opposite Saturn and Neptune. So we're going to be feeling this on the personal level of, hey, I actually need to take my power back from that place. Or, hey, I maybe haven't been standing up for myself or another in that place. Or, hey, Mars in Virgo, I haven't been, taking care of my health in that way, right? My health is being affected. There's some upgrading that can be going on there. So this is a lot going on. I like that we're in Leo season. I like that we got the moon in Sag today going into tomorrow. Right now, as I speak on Monday, filming this, the moon is in square to the nodes. So Monday, again, yeah, I keep feeling there's like major clarity that can be coming through. I keep getting the word insight of things that need to change for us to be more embodied, for us to be more here now. Babs says, feeling tired and done, angst, plus throat congestion. Yeah, with Saturn conjunct Neptune and Mars in an opposition to Saturn, Neptune, health stuff, physical issues. So, taking your supplements this week, today and tomorrow, drinking really good water, barefoot, get into the sun. The sun is activating us like crazy. Her Miller says, many have slight cold symptoms, kind of weird. Yeah, for sure. Tomorrow, moon in Sagittarius, and then around afternoon Eastern time, moon is going to ingress into Capricorn. Okay, so moon, of course, is at detriment in Capricorn. We'll have that moon in Capricorn on Tuesday as well as Wednesday, part of Thursday as well. We can be feeling this sense of like reality checks coming forward. And I'm sorry I keep repeating myself, you guys. I'm just channeling the energy. For some, there may be heavy truths, heavy clarity that we need to face when that moon goes into Capricorn. So this is very interesting times. And thank you guys for sharing what you're feeling in the live chat. Want to share with you guys a couple of clips. First of all, I think this just came out over the weekend. The fact that Tulsi Gabbard, who I absolutely love, I think she's such a badass, the current director of intelligence in the States, has revealed that Operation Mockingbird is still ongoing. Since when was that started? The 40s or the 50s or the 60s? For those of you who don't know, Operation Mockingbird is a government operation that's been ongoing to brainwash the public through the media. And Tulsi Gabbard just announced that this has been ongoing. It never stopped. And she's working to stop it. And, this very much has to do with Uranus being in Gemini right now, pretty much all the transits right now, but in particular, Uranus and Gemini. Uranus is liberation, freedom, moving forward into the future, awakening. Gemini is the media, right? Gemini is the news. Gemini is the information. So I feel like, Crypto Blanc says, Meg, this is not a surprise. It's not a surprise, but it's so cool that this is being talked about and this is being revealed, right? All this stuff coming out. So we need to get past, yes, Herr Miller, the propaganda. So let's just listen to this little clip of Benny Johnson interviewing Tulsi on Operation Mockingbird.
Around 100. Okay. So 100 different journalists are being paid directly by the CIA. Look at this. It's crazy. Man, this is wild.
Hi, this is Hannah from Watermart. We're super excited.
Sorry, you guys, there's an ad. Let me get rid of that. Here we go.
The CIA about this in modern times. Is it still going on? Apparently they stopped it. Yeah, we asked Tulsi Gabbard yesterday, went thermonuclear virals, been seen by millions of people, shared by tens of thousands. Tulsi Gabbard confirming that Operation Mockingbird is still ongoing. What she told me was that, yes, this is still happening and that we are fighting to this day intel operatives that are running disinformation campaigns through the corporate press. Ladies and gentlemen, here's my question to Tulsi. The media being used as a propaganda mechanism, we saw it flatly. I mean, I think it's the smoking gun, quite frankly, of the Obamagate narrative and the Russiagate narrative, that it was so baked in that the New York Times and Washington Post went and ran with it. Some would say that that's part of Operation Mockingbird. Some would say that that's part of what we learned in the church committee, that the intel agencies were using media outlets as their mouthpieces, and that those mouthpieces would parrot the official narrative. And I wanted to ask you, is this operation still going on? Are you aware of the intel agencies working directly with media outlets in order to push prescribed narratives that may or may not be true?
It's something that we've already had to deal with, Benny, within this administration, where there are people within the intelligence community who believe that their will is more important than the will of the American people, and will weaponize intelligence by leaking it to their friends within the mainstream media with the intent of undermining President Trump's agenda. It is not one that he hasn't already talked about in every rally and town hall that he did throughout the campaign. I don't even know how many there were, but President Trump is enacting the very thing he promised the American people he would do in this election. So people in the intelligence community, they may agree, they may disagree. That's not the point here. As intelligence professionals, as people who work in the national security space, in the intelligence community, they are required to fulfill their mandate, to their oath to the Constitution of the United States, and to the President of the United States, who is duly elected by the American people. Those who leak intelligence to their friends in the mainstream media with the intent of undermining the president who was elected by the American people, none of these intelligence professionals were. They are subverting the will of the people and therefore undermining the Constitution.
It's wild that you're still having to deal with that. Call it what you will. But Operation Mockingbird, just incredible that they were just out with it, that they were using the media as government organs to push propaganda, and it's still happening today.
This is why what we're doing is so important, Benny,
Yes.
and this is why President Trump's mandate in this is really critical, is by exposing the truth, by exposing the bad actors within the intelligence community and in the political space who are weaponizing intelligence to advance their own political interests, is so important to be able to turn the light on in places that have been dark for far too long, expose the truth, and drive accountability. That's the only way that we can actually shift this and begin the work to try to restore trust in the intelligence community.
Very big deal, you guys. You know, no matter what you think about President Trump and the administration, of course, there's some things I don't agree with. There's some things I very much like. I would like the Epstein client list, please. I will keep calling that out. Amazing that they're speaking out on Operation Mockingbird, which many of us have known that. But, you know, and Clam B4 says in the chat, Saturn, Neptune, super heavy illusion. Yeah, it's interesting that this is being released. Operation Mockingbird has been ongoing, a propaganda brainwashing initiative. Neptune rules illusions, brainwashing. Saturn is the reality check of that. So yes, there's super heavy illusions, but those illusions are being exposed, and it's our choice whether we want to continue with them or move past them. I think with this Saturn-Neptune conjunction being in the sign of Aries, it is very helpful for us to move past illusions, brainwashing, mind control that no longer serves us, for sure. Another little clip that I found really interesting that I want to share with you guys is Tucker Carlson, who I love. I don't know what day this was, but I saw this the other day. Tucker Carlson says the government is under supernatural control and that its main interest is making sure you don't believe in the supernatural. Check this out.
The main thing they want you to believe is the supernatural is not real. Their main interest is in convincing you that the supernatural is not real. Why has that been so important for 80 years for you to convince me the supernatural is not real? Why do you care if I think the supernatural is real? And then you have to ask motive. Like, it's not a profit motive. Like, does it make them rich to deny that there's supernatural forces? No. What is that? And I don't know the answer, but the obvious answer is, well, because they sort of know they're working for supernatural forces, actually, but that they take physical form, that they're not just like some ethereal, they're not just shadows floating around, specters, fog, that they're physical. Like, they're as real as the arm of your chair. People are subject to the supernatural, so they do things that are not natural, like kill themselves. That's why we're the only species that kills itself, right? So when you kill yourself, whether slowly or all at once, you're being acted on by forces outside of you, spiritual forces, obviously. I'm just trying to apply logic here.
It's just so cool that we have people out there. And, you know, Tucker Carlson, he's gone independent. He has his own channel. He's more alternative now, but he was on the mainstream freaking news. He was like the most, you know, watched mainstream news broadcaster, now completely speaking out on things. Yeah, I love Tucker too. So it's really cool to see that. It's really cool to see our matrix destructing as we're entering this great new astrological age of Aquarius, a light age, and the energies are getting lighter and lighter every day. It's important to be aware of that. So before we finish up, let's pull some cards for the start of our week, Monday and Tuesday. Let's ask universe, what is our guidance for our highest good. What's our messages from the loving universe for today going into tomorrow as we start off the week with all these astrological energies? Ooh, we got the moon, the high priestess. Wow, secrets. The 9 of Cups. And the 2 of Swords. Wow. Oh my God, that's so weird. The moon is a 9 card. The high priestess is a 2. The 9 of Cups is a 9. And the 2 of Swords is a 2. So I just pulled 9292. What the heck? 9292. 9 plus 2 adds up to 11, which is a master number. That is so trippy. Okay. So, okay, there's a message coming through like don't believe the fear. Okay, I'm getting that. Don't believe the fear. The high priestess, she's a keeper of secrets and she is very, very powerful. Okay, she's very magical. She's very wise. Listen to your intuition first. I'm getting that there is a lot of fear and illusions being presented to us at the beginning of this week. That may even be going into some of the people, alternative news, independent stuff that we even listen to. Like, this is very important for us to follow your inner guidance, your inner compass. Don't just take on a belief. Just don't just take on a perception just because someone that you like is saying that. Follow your inner counsel first. The moon, be careful of seeing things that are not there. So there's some things being projected right now that are not real. And remember, the dark arts energies, they're all about inversion. They're all about fakery, and they're very desperate right now. Okay. 9 of Cups, I'm getting things are better than they seem. Okay. So if you're around like-minded, love-based people and yourself, the energies are actually really positive. Yes, we have Mars opposite Saturn and Neptune this week, which is challenging. Okay, yes. But overall, things are actually extremely positive and moving in the right direction. Everything has turned out well. Enjoy your success, happiness, optimism. It's very important during these ascension times and symptoms to keep your vibration high. Not to say, yes, Hermiller, turn the fear porn off. Okay, anything making you feel like shit or scared or lowering your vibration, and this goes for news, podcasts, music, any of it, friends, any of it. Okay, turn it off. We're very vulnerable right now, not because we're weak, because we're literally going through a shift of astrological ages and ascension where it's very important how you're honoring yourself and protecting yourself, right? Guys, 2 of Swords and the high priestess, they're both saying, listen to yourself first. Don't take anything at face value, even if it's somebody you like. There's some people I'm seeing out there, some UFO people I'm seeing out there, saying some stuff about 3i Atlas where I'm like, this shit does not resonate. What you're putting out does not resonate at all. And that's just me, Meg, personally. And it's not in a spiritual bypassing way. Like, you guys know, I'm a Western astrologer, mystic. Okay, I will tell you honestly what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling from my astrological, personal, spiritual perspective. We're all intuitive. What I'm seeing with the astrology is this is really badass, positive times we're coming into, and even a greater awakening where if anybody's making you feel like it's going to be the end of the world and you have to be prepared for combat and you have to be prepared for all the food's going to run out and like this crazy stuff. Yeah, no. So we may even see like some of those people projecting that stuff really acting on a high horse at the beginning of this week or really saying some crazy shit. Okay. And it's important for you. We're going to see at the beginning of this week somebody or a group of people projecting something that seems really fucking scary, but it's not real. Okay. So that's coming through very, very strong. 9292. That is so crazy. I wonder if there's, there's an astrological meaning, numerological meaning to everything. But let's just look up really quick. 9292, numerology meaning. That's so crazy. In numerology, the number 9292 appears as an angel number, suggesting a time of positive change and spiritual growth. Number 9292 is a message of love. You can achieve life purpose through love. Okay. Let's see, repeating numbers, 9s and 2s. Well, 9s are about completion. 2s are about duality and balance and partnership, right? The 9 and 2 combination is a message indicating that you are being supported at this time. If you have lost something recently, rest assured that the universe is busily manifesting. Whatever that means to you, I mean, this is something that somebody just wrote, okay, and I don't know who that is. I feel like it's saying you're in alignment. We're in alignment, 9292. And maybe some of us are going to be seeing 92 or 9292 out there. So that's a spiritual number for us today going into tomorrow, 9s and 2s and the combination of 9 and 2, and feel out what that personally means for you. So thank you guys so much for joining me. And before I finish up here, I want to mention also that there's an annual midsummer sale on the Beyond Mystic Academy. You can use code SUMMER50 to get 50% off all the different workshops, courses on there. So you can go check that out. And if you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, those are available at the link below, consultations.beyondmystic.net. I love you all so much from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you all on Wednesday for another Daily Astro Show. Mwah. Have a magical day.